Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and today we start on the second level. Dark Forest. We descend from the treetops and come down into the actual forest proper. Now before we actually go in there, we're gonna meet an old friend. Well, we beat a giant snake, but that's about it. Didn't really seem like much magic in the air except for the giant peat snake. Yes, what are you doing here? My favorite part of this is Mickey's expression, with his mouth just kind of hanging open during the conversation. And yes, that's right. A magic turban to perform magic. And now we can swim without the fear of drowning. Well, not yet, but... And here comes the big gimmick of the magical quest. Our first alternate outfit. The magical turban. And now we begin the proper level. This is probably the coolest part about the magical quest, in that you can get alternate outfits as you proceed through the game. And stage 2 gives you the magic turban, which you can charge up and shoot blasts. So, like a Capcom game, it's just like Mega Man, except not really. You can still jump on enemies and stun them, but you can't grab them anymore. So you can jump on these little leaflets, or they can just jump in the ground. You can also shoot these blocks that have no rings, or you can miss and get stung. Mickey has a ridiculous amount of knockback delay in this game. There we go. For coins, I would say that was worth it. So yeah, you can still jump on enemies and deal damage that way, but then you can't pick them up anymore so long as you're in this costume. However, the R and L buttons allow you to switch back to your normal self if you need to conserve magic and just jump on things and throw them. Because as long as you're in magic form, you do have a little bar down there in the bottom right, so you do need to watch how much magic you use. You also, the respawning blocks, if you hit them with magic, they turn into apples. And that was a magic lamp we picked up so that we get more magic, and as you can see, we can breathe underwater now. And want to get away from this guy because he is instant kill if he grabs us. I mean, if you touch him in the water, you just take some damage, but if he jumps up out of the water and gets you, you're dead. That's it. Game over. The end. Well, not game over, you just lose a life, not all your lives. I've actually liked games that take into consideration that the whole lives concept, like Donkey Kong Country 2 has the black knockas, the black cremlings in the barrels, and if they hit you, they knock lives literally right out of you. Those are probably one of the most terrifying enemies in games. And by the way, we just got another heart up, and I'm just going to go through the door without firing off that magic shot so I don't waste it. And it takes us all the way back here to the start of the level. These levels are pretty short though, if the first world was any indication. It's just exploring might take it a little longer. So we got over here in a pretty reasonable amount of time. Get out of here. This is also the first place to reintroduce the springy branches from the start of the game. However, as a result of being irresponsible with my magic, I am almost out. Thankfully, I have a refill up there. If I can get shot by an arrow. Huh. There we go. And I don't know what these things are, and I don't want to know. And rather, I would just like to see them go away. As you can see, charged up magic has piercing capabilities. Arrows do not have piercing capabilities. Also, they have rounded points because You can't have sharp metals, not in Mickey, not in a Disney game. Well, not in a Mickey game. Maybe in other Disney properties. I'm gonna leave you. I'm not gonna shoot those because I'm gonna conserve some magic. Now we have some dangerous platforming on giant leaves. The difficulty doesn't really spike too high in this game for a few worlds, I think. So now, the wizard said that when we go underwater, we can breathe. And here we are underwater. Except, we're in a giant tree. I'm not sure what kind of tree is filled with water. Is this really water? I mean, there are caterpillars swimming around in it. Is this maple syrup? Are we actually in Canada? Because if we are, it's good to be home. It's good to be home. No, this probably isn't maple syrup. Because this is way too... It's not viscous enough. It's not thick enough. And that was poor performance. Those things hurt you too. You need to watch out for them as well. Whatever they are. Some kind of... I'm not even going to try to explain it. So as long as you have any amount of magic in your inventory, you can breathe underwater. I think if it runs out, you lose the ability and you immediately start to drown. But I forget and I'm not going to try it out. Either way, it's always a bad idea to run out of magic, but that doesn't really happen too often because there are some pretty... As long as you aren't deliberately wasteful, there's usually some good amount of refills. Now we fall to our deaths, but not really. We fall to a secret. We're gonna go inside. And it's another store! And we finally have some items in here. So there are a couple things on sale. There are the hearts, which heal you. The giant lamp, which restores all your magic. There's a heart here that we can't afford, that's 200 coins, that obviously increases our max HP. And on the left here is an item that decreases our magic usage by half, so we get double the magic. I'm going to save up for that because that's probably one of the, well, the most useful item in the game, aside from extra hearts. So we come over here, refill our magic, and... Oh my god, what is this? Oh no. Is it like those big bananas things? And I will not be flashed. I do not have to take this indignity. I do not have to take this. I am a mouse in a turban, and I do not have to take this. I have dignity. You will not violently flash me. You will get out of here. Huh. As you can see, magic totally redefines combat. Whereas in the first stage you just had to throw things at things and jump on things, here you have a direct means of attack, and it's pretty great. So I guess the comparison to Super Mario Bros. 2 stops in this stage, because magic. These are terrifying. Also, they're pretty clever, because if you try to walk through them when their club is down, it hurts you. If you try to walk over them when their club is up, it also hurts you. So, there is a bit of tricky platforming in there. And I got bashed pretty badly there. And that would have killed us if it hit us. Even if it wasn't already an instant kill. Well, I mean, yeah. So already we come to 2-4. We're at the last section of this stage. And if we don't kill that thing all the way, it starts hopping around, and I don't like that. Now, as much as it pains me to do this, I'm going to kill myself. Because I just can't go on any longer. No, seriously, because at the end of this section, because this is 2-4, we have a boss fight, and I don't want to go into a boss fight with with only one heart. I was going to say less than full health, and then I got hit by a banana brain. I don't know what those things are. I don't want to know what they are. Maybe they appear in some other Disney property. I don't know. would be a shame if we fell. So we come over here, and I already don't like the looks of this. Oh no. I hate spiders. I am a huge arachnophobe. And actually, this guy doesn't creep me out that much. He didn't bug me at all when he was a child, but now that I'm older, I think my arachnophobia has gotten worse, and his skittering does bug me just the slightest bit. I mean, not enough to make the game unplayable, but, you know, it's still kind of nasty. So, as you can see, this guy is fairly simple, fairly easy. The only place he is immune is in his big fat pink jaw. Every other part of his body is immune. You get metal tinking when you try and shoot him in the butt, so you gotta shoot him in the face with magic. You can also jump on his face, but it's better to use... Whoa! That was ineffectual. Right, you can... It's better to shoot him in the face because the hitbox for his face is not the best in terms of how defined it is. So if you try to jump on it, you might just land on the darker part of his body and get hurt. And he's charging. And now he's pink. He is embarrassed at the condition of the fight that he's in. It's also a terrible spider. A terrible Pete spider. Get out of here, Pete Spirit. And now he looks like he's going back to a normal spider. I still hate him. And that takes care of Level 2, Dark Forest. We had a very poor bonus of 20 coins. Oh well. Again, I don't know the stipulations for the bonus. But anyway, with Level 2 cleared up, we're gonna call this an episode, and in the next one, we're going to move on to Level 3, which I currently forget the name of. See you guys then.